So this is what we call our Atlanta Center for Compassion. So this is our adoption center. Our goal is to make forever adoptions and forever families. We adopt out approximately 3,000 animals a year. So it's a big operation. And when people will ask us, like, where do you get your animals from? Many of them are strays that are found in our county. And if people, for whatever reason, just surrender their animals to us, either they've lost their home or maybe they've passed away and the family can't take care of the animals, for whatever reason they can surrender their animals to us if they live in San Mateo County. We have 3 floors. So on the first floor we have adoptable dogs, and on the second floor we have adoptable small animals, exotics like snakes and lizards. Well, let's go look at some of our dogs. This is Emilio. He's about 2 years old. He's a pit bull. He's a neutered male. He's a strong dog, but he likes to run, so we would be looking for a home, like an active home in Chloe, because he's a big dog. So here we have another big dog. So this is Lola. Hi, buddy. I think Lola's even taller than me. She's a big dog. We don't adopt out any kind of dangerous animal, so we do behavior test all of our cats and dogs, and actually most of our animals. And so that way we make sure that they are not dangerous, but if they do have behavior problems, and we can work with them because we do have behavior team. We really thoroughly investigate the people who are interested in our animals. We talk to them, make sure that they understand, what the care is, and make sure that they also have the appropriate setup. Like if they're adopting one of our exotic animals, like a snake or something, we want to make sure that they are comfortable with that they're experienced adopters. So then here's our dog park. So you can see we actually have a retractable roof. And this is an opportunity, where the dogs can come, they can meet, the larger dogs can come in here, they can meet potential adopters, and then they can also the dogs get out, get some exercise. It's also an opportunity for us to do any training if the dogs need it. So keep an open mind, when meeting any of our adoptable animals, because you may fall in love online with an animal, and then you come here with your child and learn, that dog's not good with kids, or maybe that cat doesn't like children. But we can direct you to an animal that might be more suitable for your family. These are for the kittens that come to us without their mothers, and they're not old enough to be adopted yet. So our volunteers come in, they care for them, they feed them, socialize them, teach them how to use the litter box. They basically take over what their mom would normally do. Then when they're old enough to be available to be adopted, we spay or neuter them, and then they go upstairs to be adopted. And on average, we have about 700 kittens that come to our kitten nursery alone. Make sure it's a suitable match, depending on your lifestyle, where you live, if your landlord or landlady will allow animals, because that is important if you're renting. And then we set you up, you can meet that animal. If it's a good match, then you just go on ahead, just pay a small adoption fee, and then you take that animal home. So you can see we have lots of rabbits, all different sizes, colors. The rabbits make great pets, again, for people in small spaces. They don't bark, they don't make noises. They're litter box trained. And then we have one little mouse here available for adoption who's just out. Most of these are strays. People find them in parks. Well, because I think unfortunately that some people who have rabbits, they think that they can live in the wild, but they're not. They're pets. They're domesticated animals. So there are several ways that you can help the animals at Peninsula Humane Society and SPCA. One of the main things that you can do is you can come and you can adopt from us. It generally takes about an hour for us to complete an adoption. You can come, you can meet our available animals. Another way you can help us is you can actually volunteer. So we always need volunteers, and whatever you're interested in doing, we can probably find a volunteer role for you. The other way that you can help is you can donate. You can donate money, Everything that you see here in our adoption center is funded entirely by donations. You can also donate in-kind goods. We have a wish list that shows the things that we need for our shelter animals. And we also have a thrift store, which is located just off Chula Vista Avenue in downtown Burlingame. We recently had adoption of a little girl, and she's 7 years old, she'd never had an animal before, and she'd been begging her parents for years, and they just didn't feel that she was quite ready yet. So when she reached 7 years old, she started begging them again, and she was very interested in adopting a rabbit. And so what her parents asked her to do was look at videos on rabbit care, learn everything that you can about rabbits, because they wanted to make sure that she was really ready to care for that rabbit. And she went through all of her paces and she did it all. And so they called us and they scheduled an appointment. And it was interesting because there was one particular rabbit that the mom wanted to meet, and then there was a rabbit that the little girl wanted to meet that she saw online. And so we went into the rabbit room, and this little rabbit, whose name was Oreo, that was the one that the little girl wanted to meet. Oreo literally locked eyes with that little girl and stood up in his cage and stuck his paw out. And we knew right then and there, we're like, this is gonna be perfect. So she did the meet and greet. Oreo just sat in her lap the entire time, and it was just a match made in heaven. So of course they adopted Oreo. And now Oreo's happy, the little girl's happy, and the family's happy. And Oreo clearly met the right family for him.